Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of Entrepreneurs Corner with yours truly and my co host here and our special guest. We are so excited to share today's episode with you guys. If you're tuning in for the first time, welcome. Do leave a comment from where you're watching from, or if you want us to chat about something. But welcome, and if you're new, I'm Dulmati Madhu. I'm based in Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, and I run my online business while I still do work my full time job. Senator?
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're tuning from. Those of you who are seeing me for the first time, my name is Senado. I live in Ontario, Canada. I'm a mom of one finance professional in the past, now full-time digital business owner. And big shout out to our guest speaker today, Simone Lewis. And thank you so much for coming out to share your amazing journey. Hope all of you will learn something from this episode.
Awesome. So, yeah, thank you. And you'll hear less from the two of us, and you'll hear from
Yes.
our guest. Simone, thank you for taking time out today, to come on here and share with us. And we love to do this to bring, new people and to share their story because everybody's working towards the same thing, but our stories are a little bit different in how we get there. So, thank you for coming on. But before we get into the business stuff, can you tell us a little bit about who's Simone, who you are?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so grateful to join you on your show. So I'm Simone, and I am from Jamaica originally, and I live in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada, with my husband. And of course, my husband and I run our business together. And for years, I worked in the call center industry back home. And when I came here, I also work in the call center industry. For the past few years, I've been working the overnight shift. And if you know, working in a call center is a lot of hard work and multitasking and stuff like that. But add the overnight shift to it, and that just caused a level of exhaustion on your body. And yeah, so I work in the call center industry. Very proud of our online business and very happy to be here with you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank
Amazing.
you. Um, so, you said that you mentioned to us before coming on here that you didn't start the business with your husband. Your husband started uh, before you, but, one second, I'm trying to get this on the screen. What inspired you to join your husband in his journey? Was there a specific moment or reason that made you said like, yes, I'm ready to do this?
Yeah, for sure. So a few years ago, our son got seriously ill, and he was hospitalized for 3 weeks. He had a brain injury. And during that time, when I came to Canada, I struggled to find work. And as soon as I found a job, our son got sick, and I had to quit the job and everything. And my husband started business shortly after that season in our life. And he started it. At first I was skeptical and I didn't want to do the business, and I told him that, if you feel that it's something that you can do, go ahead and do it. And of course, this is after I have done my research, and I was introduced to the community, and I see how regular everyday people just like us are making it big in the online space. And at the time, I wasn't ready to go into that space. I was preoccupied with our son. He was diagnosed with autism a few months later after the hospital, and so I had to just be all over the place with him for therapy and appointments and stuff like that. So I was not in the frame of mind to do that. So I told him, okay, go ahead and do it. And then for many years, I was kind of the behind the scenes person. I would do, because it's a legal, legitimate business. We still have to file our taxes, and so there are paperwork that has to be done. We do advertising, and so we have our advertising costs. We have to do our accounting for the entire year to ensure that we know what our accounting expenses are and other expenses related to the business. So for many years, that was my role behind the scenes, doing the accounting and the behind the scenes work while he was um, at the forefront of the business. But as the years go on and as I become even more sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I saw that we were getting results with just my husband being the forefront of the business, I thought, okay, if I should join him and become the front of the business together, then maybe, our results will be even better. And it was really the turning point was really, I was sick and tired of working the overnight shift. I was exhausted all the time. I was just tired. I was overstimulated. It was just rough on my body. And so I thought, I have to do something because I cannot continue like this for much longer. And if I join my husband, then it would make it a lot easier and we would move up the ladder a lot faster, for want of a better word. So that's the thing that caused me to join him.
Definitely. And you know what I like about what you said, even though you didn't start right away, you were still there in the background. So you
Mhm.
actually got like a first hand of, everything, how it works, and then gradually got that trust, right? Because
Right.
everybody has their like, skepticism when they see on
Mm-hmm.
opportunity, right? So that's great. And if you're listening, that's why we share these stories. Like, you don't have to like jump in all at once. You take it one step at a time, and you took your time and you saw what the business has done, and you have
Mm-hmm.
been working hard on it.
Yes.
And definitely, being tired of just being tired all the time is just really powerful, and that's really one of my reasons too why I started. I'm just like, just tired of being tired. It's like the
Yes.
constant routine daily. Anything you want to add, Senator?
Also, you just took what is important. At the time, your son was very important. So you put that priority first. And then when you are ready to dive in and join your husband, you join your husband. It takes great, I really feel you, being mom myself, when something happened to our children, we always, give up everything and be with them.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty part about these businesses that allows you to do both. You are there for your son, and you're also there, even though it's at the background, you are there for your husband to support. So it's, I give you really kudo for putting this challenging time and then change it to fruitful. But I do have one question. You said you were working at the call center night shift. Are you still doing that, or are you running the business full time now?
So I am still working, but because of the blessings from our business, I used to work 4 nights per week on the overnight shift. And because of the blessings from our business, I'm now able to reduce my hours to now only working 2 nights per week. So yes, I do still work in the call center, and my husband do still work as well.
Amazing.
That's
So this
amazing.
is the possibility, guys.
It is the
You can still keep
possibility.
your job, still running your household and your business, side by side. So it's amazing. Thank
Definitely.
you for sharing.
Okay.
Okay.
Our next question, you might have shared a little bit on this, but how has this business transformed your life personally, and what impact has it had on your family life?
Yes. Okay. So, as I mentioned before, in 2019, our son he had a brain injury. He was hospitalized at the hospital for sick children for 3 weeks, and then 1 week in the rehab hospital. And at that time, I had just when I came to Canada, I struggled to find work, and I just found a work when he got sick. And of course, I mean, they tried to hold my position for as long as they could, but we were in the hospital for 2 weeks in one stretch, and then another week a few months after that. So they couldn't really hold a position for much longer. So I had to eventually quit that job, and Jermaine had to take unpaid time off from work because we also had an 18-month-old son at the time, and being an immigrant, being far away from home, there's no one to watch your child for you while you are in the hospital 24 hours with your other child, and Jermaine had to work. So he had to take unpaid time off from work because I needed to be in the hospital. I couldn't be in the hospital with an 18-month-old by myself and a 2.5-year-old at the time who was very sick. So he had to take unpaid time off to be with us and so that we could take care of our family. And so at that time, we had no income, we had no savings, we had nothing really. The only thing we had was our faith, our friends, and our family who were there for us and who really helped us to get through that very difficult season. It was one of the hardest things we've ever had to do. And so after that period, we realized that, oh my goodness, we are not in a position for something like this to happen again. First of all, we were not prepared because we had no idea that something like this would happen. So we were not prepared. We had no savings set aside, we had no investment. We were just working paycheck to paycheck. And being there at the hospital with no income, not knowing how we're going to pay our rent, not knowing what's going to happen to our son, it was really devastating. And the thing about it is Jermaine had done previous business which got him into personal development, and so he had started his personal development journey from then, and he would listen uh, to YouTube videos. And it was one day he was just doing his personal development and watching a YouTube video, and he saw an ad from a couple who shared their story of how they were able to pay off debts and the things that they were able to do for their family. And it was at that time he brought it to me. And of course, as I said before, I was skeptical and didn't want to do it. But, he did it. And we're so grateful. It's been over 5 years, almost 6 years now. The extra income that we've earned from our business, it helped us to purchase our first home here in Canada. And for me personally, the business has given me hope. It has given me something to confidence in myself because I'm very shy and I'm an introvert, so I would never imagine myself to be here. So the business gave me so much hope and it gives us personal development. It really gave me back my hope because, as I mentioned before, we were working paycheck to paycheck, and I didn't see a way for us to achieve our goals. I didn't see a way for us to get a home. I was just sad and depressed because I just couldn't see it. And then once we started our business and we started to get some success in our business, it opened my eyes to see, oh my goodness, I can achieve this. Oh my goodness, this is possible for our family. And so it gave me hope and allowed me to start to believe again that we could actually achieve these things, and just to make me more happier in the day to day, just knowing that we're not just going to be sitting here and going nowhere.
Thank you. You know what? I like that you said that, self development, because, a lot of that is connected to this business too. Because if you don't have that right mindset too with this business, it doesn't really work, right?
Yes.
Um, but that's amazing because German had that coming into the business. And
Mhm.
I think self development for me personally is like one of the biggest thing for me in this business, because I feel if you don't connect yourself to the business, if you're just doing it without connecting, it doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And you know what? The three of us are all introverts here. You saying that, and we're like, yeah, we're all introverts here. We didn't want to put our face on here, but here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so, but it's nice to come across that. That's why we say this business is like-minded people, because you come across people like yourself. Yeah, I remember when I started this, I didn't even want to show my face. I only wanted to post like images. I didn't want to do even recorded videos. I didn't want to do, and now I'm doing live. So it just shows, as you said, self development and mindset.
Mhm.
takes you a really long way. And congratulations! I didn't know you
Yes.
guys got your new home, but congratulations!
Thank you.
That huge, huge,
Yeah.
huge step. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Um. Okay, so we're gonna go into the next question. My internet is a little bit slow for some reason, but we're getting by. Before you started this business, were you active on social media?
Okay, so I had a social media account. I had a Facebook account. Jermaine did not. Jermaine was
Oh.
not active on social media, but I had a Facebook account. I was a consumer of Facebook. So I would go on, I would look to see my friends are up to. I would watch reels and videos. I'll just like a post here and there. Maybe once or twice I'd post something, but never ever dreamed that I would be on Facebook talking on live videos, posting and doing social media marketing. No way, not me. But that's the beauty about our business and the community that we have within our business, where personal development is a huge thing. And one thing I realized is that, and this also comes from listening to other successful people and from doing personal development, is that success lies outside of your comfort zone. So if I remain in my comfort zone of, oh, I'm too shy to go on camera, or I'm too shy to talk about the business, I'm just going to be there. In order to be successful, we have to step outside of our comfort zone. So it was a mindset to be able to be here and to be doing this interview, because just a few months ago I would have said no to something like this, and I would have said, okay, German, you do it. Not me. But to God be the glory. I believe that I have grown, and I'm so grateful. I remember saying something to my friend a few years ago before the business. I said to her, because when you move to a new country, everything changes. Back home, I was either always working or going to school. And then I moved here and I struggled to find work. And after a long time of trying to find work, and I realized that, okay, I'm not getting anything, I said, okay, then I don't feel like myself. I feel like I'm wasting my life. Like at the end of the year, I don't see where I grew. And I said to myself, okay, if I'm not able to get work, then I'm going to go back to school. And then I applied for school. I went to school. On the very first day of class, that's when I got the call that my son had a seizure and they had to take him to the hospital in an ambulance. And so that was after I had to quit my job that I had just gotten. And then that was in April. And then in September, as soon as I started school, the moment the instructor walked in, my phone rang. Your son has a seizure. We had to take him to the hospital. I left school, and again I had to quit school. So the business is just it's amazing how it has brought me back and helped me to develop myself. And now at the end of the year, even though at this moment I can look back and I say I can see where I'm coming from, and I can see how much I have grown. And it is truly because of the business that opened my eyes to see the possibilities, to see the successes of other people and to follow in their footsteps. And now I can truly say that I am a better person. I have grown, and I am becoming that
Yeah,
person.
It's God's
definitely.
plan. God has different plan for you. That's
Yeah.
what it is. Sometimes we think we figured it out. We know everything. We know our goal, which direction to go. But
Mhm.
shift happens one way
Yes.
or the other. But it happened for good. I'm happy for you.
Mhm. Thank you.
And how's your son doing?
He's doing very well.
Wonderful. God,
Thanks.
God,
Wonderful.
good. God is good.
Well, I think you covered this question, but I'm still gonna pull it up on the screen.
Okay.
Uh, your challenges you face putting yourself out there online, and how did you overcome them?
So there's some of the challenges I faced, and there are challenges I still face today. And that's fear of judgment, fear of what people might think, fear of being misunderstood, comparison, comparing yourself to others who you might think are better speaker than you, people who you might think are doing better than you. You just comparing yourself, and if your results are slow and you see somebody else, their result is fast, all of that can be a donor. And those are some of the challenges that I have faced, and some of them still facing, but I'm working through them. And one of the thing is, as I mentioned before, is a mindset shift, and realizing that fear is not going to help you to accomplish. If you sit in fear, it's not going to help you to accomplish your goals. It's not going to help you to become successful. And failure, it's only failure if you don't learn from it. And so I now see failure as an opportunity to learn something. I'll give you an example. Last October, our Facebook account got shut down by Facebook for some reason or the other. We could not figure it out, and we were okay. And our business is mainly on Facebook. We advertise on Facebook and we do our business on Facebook. So if we don't have a Facebook account, we don't have a business, right? And so that was a challenging time for us, but I saw it as an opportunity, because it was now an opportunity for me to go through the training again. It was now an opportunity for me to start from scratch, to learn everything all over. And I think it was really good for that to happen, because I learned a lot. We both learned a lot, and we have both come out on the other side better than before. So failure is only failure if you do not learn from it. And I am learning to learn from our failures, and just to have that mindset shift that your success lies outside of your comfort zone.
Definitely.
Amazing.
And I like that you like, mindset does play a lot in
Mhm.
this business. And like you say, when you get a shutdown or something goes sideways in the business, don't get discouraged. You just have to push forward and do what's necessary.
Yeah.
And thankful, like I'm so thankful. I had one time, I had like my Facebook page got like disabled, but I don't know why they did it. And I sent in a message to them, and they open it back, they activate it back, and I'm like, oh, I'm so lucky. And I'm crossing my fingers. I've never had another issue with Facebook, and I'm grateful for that, because yeah, like, yeah, we can definitely go and redo back everything. It's not the end of the world, but then you think about, oh, you've already created that foundation on
Mhm.
that page, so you don't want to lose it. But at the same time, if you dwell on that, then you're not going to move forward. So I like that you put mindset in front of everything, and you don't let you know the the challenges set you back. Senator, anything on your side?
No, I'm good. It's all said. Nicely said.
Yeah, it's nicely said. So that's all we our questions for you. Is there anything else you want to share with the audience that we missed?
Yeah, I just want to just encourage everyone to not allow your fear to hold you back. I mean, information is valuable, right? And if it's even just to have the information, just to have something in your back pocket, that's when. And also an encourage, because for us it was a really bad situation that prompted us to, that we needed more. We what we were doing wasn't working. I would like to encourage someone not to wait on that moment to come. Start to prepare from now. Get the information. If you're watching this on any of our pages, visit our website. It's there. Get the information, have it in your back pocket, and just have a plan in mind and start working on something. It doesn't even have to be our business, but just start working on something, so that in the event anything should happen. And in the world that we're living in right now, AI is taking over everything. In a few years from now, they'll be taking over our jobs. And what are you going to do at that time when you suddenly wake up and realize that you don't have a job anymore? You did not start to build the foundation of something for yourself while you had a job. what are you going to do? So that's my encouragement, is just to start working on something for yourself, and don't wait until you can't, or don't wait until something bad happens that forced you into doing that.
Thank you so much for
Amazing.
sharing that.
Yeah.
Amazing. I think we, even though we know you, we actually learn more about you on this live, and that's why we love having other business owner coming on here and share their stories, and it helps to motivate others too. It motivates us too. So thank you for coming on, and we appreciate it, and we will see everybody next week for another episode of Entrepreneurs Corner. Thank you for tuning in today, watching the replay. Thank you, and we'll see you next week, guys.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Next time.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye
Bye.
for now.